Last week, the Autobots took it on the chin, as only 3 of their kin were able to survive the round. The Decepticons, on the other hand, dominated the scoreline and continued to increase their lead, pouring on the points, resulting in 5 bots representing their faction. Everyone races tonight, however only 4 will make the finals. The Autobots find themselves with the disadvantage of being outnumbered this round, and it looks as if it's Getaway who has drawn the short stick, as he's going to be facing off against Barricade, Stockade, and Knockout.
The Autobots need some magic from Getaway if they plan on making any sort of push in the finals. You've got Getaway as the lone Autobot going up against 3 Decepticons, and semifinal number 1 is underway! Oh my stars! Getaway actually puts it down a fantastic lap and puts the other Decepticons on notice. The gate drops and Knockout gets into Stockade, and that puts them back out and done at the top half of the course, where it's a drag race between Getaway and Barricade, and Getaway comes out on top as he goes across the line to take 11 points. It's a fantastic start for the Autobots as Getaway leaves Knockout and Stockade with 2 and 3. We'll go back up to the top for race number 2 in this first semifinal. You've got Getaway on the outside and the 3 Decepticons on the inside. This race is now underway! And look at that! Getaway has done it again! He's put those 3 Decepticons back in his rearview mirror as he drag races down the top half of the course, hits the jump first, and is another 11 points ahead of the rest of the Decepticons behind him. Stockade comes along and actually tries to crash into him, and Barricade also gets himself across the line, but it's Getaway with another 11 points to add to the Autobot score. Can Getaway keep the Decepticons at bay? He needs to keep this action going, as there's only 2 more races left. You've got Getaway on the inside and the Decepticons all the way throughout the rest. This next race is underway! Uh-oh! It looks like the Decepticons have decided they've had enough of Getaway and have devised a strategy to stop him in his tracks. Stockade and Barricade at the jump decide that Getaway's not going any further, as Barricade cuts down in front and blocks Getaway's path going forward. He takes the hit, and look at Knockout. Knockout's holding back, waiting to see what happens. Stockade gets himself into the berm, goes sideways, and Knockout comes out with an assist knockout punch right into the rear quarter of Stockade, and that actually helps Stockade get across the line for the win, and another 11 points for the Decepticons. Knockout lost all his momentum assisting Stockade getting him across the line. He comes up just short of the finish line. He'll take home 9 points, but right now, the game is to prevent Getaway from getting any more points, and that lap proves it. As we go into the final race, I think the plan is now evident as to what the Decepticons need to do to get themselves into the finals. Getaway's in between Barricade and Knockout, and this last race is now underway! Oh no, and it was a valiant effort by Getaway, but unfortunately, his speed is just completely sandwiched between Knockout and Barricade. He tries to ignite his afterburners with what little energon he's got left, but you can see Barricade and Stockade both double team to pit Getaway and put him up and over and into the berm. Stockade and Barricade are also spun out, but it looks like Stockade at least gets himself going in the right direction, at least backwards, and Knockout comes along again with a late run to put another 10 points into the Decepticons' final score. But it looks like the Decepticons have done just enough to prevent Getaway from making the next round. Oh, dude, are you good? You alright? That was a brutal final. I gotta have to talk to somebody. That was just gnarly.
A valiant effort by Getaway sees him still come up short, as the bridge of points to the Decepticons was just too great to cross. He remains in 4th with 100, while Barricade now leads with 113. Stockade will occupy 2nd for the time being with 106, while Knockout finds himself on the bubble with 103. But Decepticons have racked up the team score, as their lead now is mathematically unsurmountable.
And how about this for a 3rd round matchup? If I didn't know any better, I'd say I've got a case of deja vu. as the Decepticon pairing of Megatron and Blitzwing team up once again to face a yellow and red team for the Autobots. However, it's Cliffjumper who's teaming up with Sunstreaker this time. Two bots who've led this tournament make their push for the finals. It's all or nothing, and this is underway! And Megatron is the maestro of mayhem on this lap, as he doesn't look like he wants anybody else to make it down the course. He gets himself in front of Blitzwing, and Blitzwing is obliterated. He then puts his sights on Cliffjumper, and Cliffjumper says, "I don't think so," and pulls a wicked e-brake turn right in front of Megatron. Megatron then doesn't know where to go, so he thinks he's going to go after Sunstreaker, but Sunstreaker's pulled up short just in front of him. Cliffjumper then sneakily backs himself across the line, allowing Megatron to keep looking in a different area because he doesn't know what's happening. But I can definitely relate to that because at times I don't even know what I'm saying. We're into the second race of semifinal number 2. Will Megatron continue to keep the mayhem going? This race is now underway! It looks like Blitzwing decided to tell his boss Megatron that it was not his turn to win another race. Blitzwing gets in front of Sunstreaker and that checks him up. And Blitzwing and Megatron decide they're going to go pedal to pedal, door to door, wheel to wheel down the bottom half of the course. You can see that Cliffjumper gets himself back up and around and sideways again, and now it's a race between Blitzwing, Megatron, and Sunstreaker as they all get themselves across the line for more big scores. But it's Blitzwing that just edges out his boss Megatron to take home the extra point. Cliffjumper just skids out right in front of the finish line, and he'll have to settle for 9. We are now 2 races into the second semifinal, and the racing has been super close. Whatever happens in this race is going to set up for an amazing final round. This race, though, is underway! Unbelievable! This is a speed run by Blitzwing. The gate drops and Megatron decides for some unknown reason to scrub his speed into the guardrail. But don't count him out because he makes himself across the line. The real race is between the other 3 drivers in Blitzwing, Sunstreaker, and Cliffjumper. Sunstreaker and Cliffjumper decide they gotta battle back and forth instead of actually going after Blitzwing. While the 2 Autobots are battling it out at the jump, Blitzwing blitzes across the line for a big score, and Megatron comes in to add some more points to the overall score for the Decepticons. Unfortunately, it's 5s for both Cliffjumper and Sunstreaker, and that is going to be a big hit to their chances of making the finals. Only one more race stands in the way before we find out the 4 bots who are making the finals. This last race now of semifinal number 2 is underway! And I didn't even get to catch my breath! The gate drops and it's Blitzwing who absolutely destroys the top half and bottom half of the course. He's down in record time and across the line, and nobody else is even in his rearview mirror, or whatever you have in the jet tank thing. Sunstreaker will have to settle for 5 as he's done before the jump. Cliffjumper is unfortunately going to settle for 3, and Megatron, I don't know, he settled for 2.
At this point, Blitzwing looks unstoppable. I guess that's one of the benefits of having 2 Autobots. The Decepticons now stand alone at the top of the leaderboard with 118 points and will be in the driver's seat going into next week's final. Megatron and Sunstreaker tie on 99 points, while Cliffjumper finishes top of the Autobots with a total of 108. After 3 incredibly tight rounds of competitive racing, 4 more drivers have been eliminated, and we know who will be racing for all the glory next week. Thank you to Sunstreaker and Getaway from the Autobots, and Megatron and Knockout for the Decepticons. However, congratulations to the top 4 bots who have survived. The Decepticons have already clinched the team trophy, and I'm sure they will look at another with the overall victory next week. Only one Autobot stands in their way, and I'm sure he won't go down without a fight.
I guess I'll take you to the space bridge now.
Are you kidding me? We can't go just yet.
Why not? I'm out of the tournament, and I'm a bot of my word.
First off, I want to see who wins. And second, you've got some dreads to race. There's no way I'm gonna miss that.
All right, meat sticks. I suppose having the support couldn't hurt. I'll show you where the space bridge is anyways, but I want to stop by the shark tank first.
That's what I'm talking about. Wait, what? Shark Tank?
Correct. I just need to check something out real quick.
Dude, what are you looking for?
Hold on, I think I found it.
Awesome, but what is it?
Just what I suspected. It's a transmitter.
It's huge. How do the Sharkticons not eat that?
I've got news for you, Meat Sticks. Our adventure might just be getting started.
I'm not going to the space bridge, am I?